Here's a quick introduction to someone who I'm going to be co-hosting a breakout with after this. But he's a leader in the regenerative world and quickly becoming a hero of mine over the last few years. John Lui is a filmmaker and an ecologist. He is also a researcher at several institutions, an ecosystem ambassador for the Common Land Foundation based in Amsterdam. And in 2017, John Lui founded the Ecosystem Restoration Camps, which is a worldwide movement that aims to restore damaged ecosystems on a large scale and is really doing some of this work that we're talking about that's necessary to hit these sustainability goals. Hopefully you're there, John.
Yes, I am. Thank you so much. Can you hear me?
We can.
I wonder if I can share my screen, if that's okay. Let's see if I'm able to do that. Can you see my screen now?
Dun, 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 dun.
Thank
Beautiful.
you. Well, thank you so much. I've heard such wonderful things from all the burning community. I must say that I think I come from another world, and yet we are feeling exactly the same emotions and the same intention to restore the earth. So I'd like to introduce the ecosystem restoration camps very quickly and tell you that we're going to have a deeper dive during the breakout session. These are the partners who have already joined, and there are many more, and we certainly would like to have the Burning Man community listed here. I wanted to, are you seeing these shifts? Are the changes happening? What are you seeing?
They are, John.
Okay. So this is the Lus Plateau. The reason that I'm here and how I got to be known for this is that back in the early 90s and mid 90s, I was asked by the World Bank to focus on creating a baseline study for the cradle of Chinese civilization. And it looked like a desert like this. And then this is what it looks like. This is what it looks like after 14 years. And I just was there in October with the BBC, and we're showing what it's like now. So after more than 25 years, you can see quite a serious change here. Beyond that, I'd like to go to our vision for the camps movement is that we envision a fully functional, peaceful, abundant, biologically diverse Earth brought about through cooperative efforts for the ecological restoration of degraded lands. And so right now we've recognized that it's possible to rehabilitate large-scale damaged ecosystems. If you're really interested in the edge of this, we've had a 4-year study working on restoring the cradle of the Judeo-Christian Islamic world now. And you can find this, we'll discuss this a little bit more in the breakout session, but that's in the Sinai Peninsula. In Egypt, we found an acupuncture. So we all need to focus our work to restore this critical spot. I wanted to show you who are on the advisory council. I'll just tell you that I am the chair of the advisory council, so I don't have any kind of supervisory position with I just bring people to guide the strategy and to make this global. I think that what we need to realize is that actually this question of human beings being human is very good, but I think we have to understand that humanity is a meta-organism, that we need to act as a species on a planetary scale. And so it's critical for us to understand that we're we're in a very special moment, as everyone has mentioned. This is a crisis point. I, for several decades, have been talking about the need to prepare for the crisis point. Well, that's now. So we don't need to prepare for the crisis point. We're at the crisis point at this point. So this is what it looks like in some of the camps. This one is in South Africa. We're certainly recommending composting toilets. We're kind of recommending that we don't have such big temples to poop, but we have more discrete types of toilets. A lot of this is tree planting, but I wouldn't say that that's what this is about. This is about restoring ecological function on a planetary scale. And so this depends on the biome, and the biodiversity is what has co-evolved with that particular system. And what's interesting in ecosystem restoration camps is there's a rapid growth in understanding about microbiologic communities, fungal communities, the role of microclimates, the interruption of solar radiation by biological life, respiration, all of these things. I would tell you that it's fun to be in ecosystem restoration camps, and as I'm sure you know from the satisfaction you get from your community, this community is, we hope is global and is connected to humanity. So all institutions that have a shared intention are welcome to participate in this. And this is about autonomy, self-organization, and self-governance, because there's no way that an individual or an individual organization can restore the earth, but together humanity can. And so this is what we've started to see, that more people need to be aware of this. They need to have the opportunity, and if we build it, they will come. So I hope we can have a long-term relationship now that we've met, and I'm very happy to see what you've been doing, and we need to multiply that on a planetary scale so that the efforts of humanity are going toward restoration of natural ecological systems. So again, you can find, this is the Facebook page, which it's called the Ecosystem Restoration Camps Community. This was the beginning of the movement. I actually was having dreams, and I rejected these dreams because I thought they were silly, you know, that people would go camping and restore the earth. But these were recurrent dreams, so I started writing about it, and then thousands of people began to respond on social media. And now there are over 25,000 people on this site, and there are many, many other sites. So what we saw was that the interest in this is enormous, and very quickly we went from one camp 3 years ago to 2 camps 2 years ago, and now we have 23 camps, and there are about 50 standing in the background preparing to register. So it's going to be very, very large, and we hope that this can help also your community to take the skills that you've learned and help to make this happen. Thank you so much.